Okay, you guys, so it is fourth quarter of the year. You guys, this is it. October, November, December. We've got 3 months left. And this is when I'm guilty of this in the past, I've kind of thrown in the towel. I've been like, you know what? I thought I was going to be way further along in my business than I am right now. So I'm just going to kind of sail through the last 3 months. And I've given up many times just because I didn't feel like I had reached the certain point that I wanted to be at this point. And so I want to talk to you guys tonight and give you guys a challenge. Okay. That's what my, as your coach, I love being your cheerleader. Like, I love being your cheerleader. Okay. I've cheered my entire life. I've coached all-star cheerleading. I cheered in college. I married my stunt partner. I've coached all-star cheerleading after that. I love to root people on and clap on the sidelines. However, there comes a point in time when that is doing you a disservice. Okay? There comes a point in time when being your cheerleader is not helping you to succeed at your own goals. Okay? So if you're on the call tonight, I hope that you have granted me the permission to speak truth into your life tonight. Okay? So I hope that's you. I hope that I have earned the right to speak truth into your life, because this is the thing. I am not okay with you guys not succeeding in your business. I'm not okay with it. I'm not. Why am I not okay? Why am I not okay with that? First of all, I'm not okay with that because I've seen what success has done for me and my family. I've seen it firsthand, and I'm not okay with not giving you guys the tools, the training, the things that I'm doing. I'm not okay with not passing that along to you guys so that you actually have something that you can tangibly do all the time, so that you're not saying, well, I'd really love to do this business. However, I don't have any direction. And, on the other hand, I also want to say that there is so much training on Beachbody coaching in YouTube, in our coach page, in the Dynasty United coach page, that I want to make sure that you understand. If there's ever anything that you don't know, I want you to become a master at it. Okay? I want you to be able to know so much about it that you could teach a training on it. Okay? That's usually what I do. When I'm going to teach a training on something, I usually watch 4 or 5 videos on it, because I want to know everything about it. And I want to be able to pass those things on to you so that you can be a master at whatever it is that you're doing your training on. So with fourth quarter comes a lot of discouragement. Okay. So a lot of people say, well, I really wanted to be diamond by the end of the year, or I really wanted to be emerald by the end of the year. And all those things are great. And I get it. I love goal setting. However, just by saying that you want to do something and there's no steps involved is not going to get you there. Okay. So just by writing your goal down on a sheet of paper and then putting it, on your desk somewhere and walking away, and for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks not doing anything to get towards that is not going to get you there. Okay. So we have 3 months, you guys. We have 3 months. So fourth quarter is now until December 31st. Technically, it's now until December 27th. Okay, because December 27th is a Thursday, and that is the last Thursday of the year. So I don't know how many days that is. All I know is that we as a team are going to get a lot of stuff done by the end of this year. Because like I told you at the beginning, I'm not okay with not seeing you guys reach your potential and reach your goals. Joy, you and I have that on the same color shirt. And Jacqueline, what the heck? That is so funny. Okay, I just noticed that. So, let me talk to you guys really quick about if there was one word that I could give you guys that you could just like write on your calendar. I don't know if you guys have like a desk calendar. I love my desk calendar. It's ginormous. But this, I write on it. I scribble on it. I draw on it. If I hear a quote, I write that on there. So if there was like a word that I wanted you guys to write down and to remember the last 3 months of this year, it's going to be this word. You've heard it a million times. You've heard it a million times. This word that I want you to think about for the rest of the year is consistency. You knew it. You knew it. You know it. Because this is the thing. You can get so excited and have so much like momentum for 2 days and then stop for 2 months. Who's done that? Me. I've done it. And so that is where coaches fail almost immediately, is because they are posting. They are doing awesome. They are in a challenge group. They are losing weight. They are on it with their nutrition. And then all of a sudden they go out of town for the week, and then they come back and they don't work out for a week, and then they stop posting, and then people are like, well, is she doing it? I don't know. She hasn't posted. She was posting all every day. Now she's not. And so they're so confused. And you don't even know, like, okay, should I start my program over again, or should I just pick it up where I left off? Like, everybody is so confused. Let me ask you a question. I want you to answer this honestly. Answer it honestly. Think about it right now. When was the last time that you did something from start to finish and you were so proud of yourself? Think about what that was. Okay? Was it starting and finishing a program and you were so proud of your results? Was it starting and finishing a program and you were just so glad that you finished it? When was the last time that you actually sat down and said, I am so proud of myself? When is the last time that you have been proud of yourself? When's the last time that your family has been proud of you? Your husband has been proud of you. Your significant other has been proud of you. They've said, maybe they just didn't believe that you were going to do it, or maybe they just didn't, maybe they thought it was a joke, or maybe, and this could be anybody. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's, people in your family that just think that Beachbody coaching is stupid or whatever, or thought, whatever it is that you've done is dumb. It could be anybody, but like, when's the last time that you actually have felt so proud of yourself? Okay. Going into the last 3 months of this year, I want you guys to end it, no matter what rank you are, no matter what level you are, no matter how much money you're making. I want you to say to yourself, I am so proud of how I finished this year. That is my goal. Okay, so that is what I want to teach you guys. I'm going to teach you guys tonight, really quick, the steps that I want you to take in order to be proud of yourself. And if you can do this consistently, without stopping and starting, if you can do it consistently, then I can promise you that no matter what your rank is, your income, whatever, you're going to be so much further along than you are right now. I promise you. Okay? So let's talk about this. Now, first of all, you guys have heard me say this before, but you haven't started your business until you're an Emerald coach. Bottom line, okay? Until you're an Emerald coach, you are working solely on commission, which is hard. I know for me, I'm not a very high recruiter. I'm not a very high retail seller. My Success Club points aren't in the 20s. I'm lucky to get 8 to 10 a month. So I'm not a very high retailer, like sell a bunch of stuff. And so with that being said, is I don't want you to think, well, because I'm not a high retailer or because I'm not this, then you go ahead and you self-sabotage yourself. Okay. Because I have a tendency to do that all the time and say, well, I can't get, my goal every month is 5 coaches, but I get so mad at myself because no matter how hard I try, I'll sometimes get 2, I'll sometimes get 3, I'll sometimes get 0. But you have to go ahead and forget what it is that you've done in the past, all these other months. And you have to think to yourself, okay, so if I'm going to be consistent in the things that I'm about to tell you to do, then at the end of these 3 months, most likely your rank will be different. Most likely your income is going to be different. I can guarantee that. Because if you're doing these things, that's going to increase that's going to improve your business. Those things are automatically going to happen. So first thing is first. If you are not an Emerald coach, you have not started your business. You are solely working on commission. You are solely only getting an income from the things that you sell. And nobody wants to stay there. You don't want to stay there. You finally open up your business. You finally are a business woman when you've hit Emerald, because at that point, from then on, you can only go up. Okay. Now, I've had this conversation with some of you guys in the past, but really fast, just to touch on it. Emerald is 2 coaches underneath you. Not only do you start getting team bonus cycles, if that's like a weird word, you don't know what that is, you can Google team bonus cycles, or you can YouTube it. Go to YouTube and do Beachbody team bonus cycles, and it's going to give you this amazing 6-minute video that Michael Neiman did to explain what team bonus cycles are. Okay, so you can start getting team bonus cycles. I don't know what number I'm on. Third thing is that you can start getting free customers. Now listen, you guys, I don't know if you know this. This is a brand new thing that Beachbody just started doing. So used to, people would watch an infomercial online, Insanity, T25, whatever, PIO. They would go to beachbody.com. They would buy the program, and they would not get a coach from that. They do not get a free coach. Starting, I want to say it's either this month or next month. From now on, beachbody.com will no longer be available. Now, all of those people that call beachbody.com or go to beachbody.com will be redirected to teambeachbody.com. What's the difference? Teambeachbody.com, you get a coach. Okay, so now all of those people that were buying on beachbody.com or calling in are now going to be given a coach. So what does that mean? If you are Emerald or above, you are going to start getting those customers. Now, you get customers from, so those customers, the ones that you get from Emerald, you do not get the commission off of their first purchase. If you hit Success Club 10 or above, you get the commission off of their first purchase. Does that make sense?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so before it was if you hit Success Club, you would get people referred to you, Success Club 5. So now is it if you're just Emerald that they'll be referred to, or do you have to hit Success Club in order for them to come to you?
Good question. So you have to be an active Emerald coach, and you get customer leads. You do not get the commission off of that first order, the one that they called in for, but you will get commission off of any order after that. So that's why I always contact my leads, because usually they just buy a program or they'll buy Beachbody on demand. So at that point, I always contact my leads with an email that I can give to you guys, because I send it to all of my leads every single time. And I try to get them inside of a challenge group. And at that point, I try to get them on some type of supplement, whether it's Shakeology, Energize, Hydrate, Recover, any of those. If you hit Success Club 10, then you get the commission from the first order. Okay? If you are an Emerald coach, so Emerald coach and above, if you hit Success Club 10, you get the commission off of that first order. And now, you guys, those customer leads, they're going to have so many more, because now you can't go through beachbody.com to buy products. You can't go through Amazon. There are no third-party sites. Every single one of those people that call in will be given a coach. There's going to be a lot of people, and so now they're going to have to start giving them out to the people who have earned them. Emerald and above, Success Club 10. Good night. Good night. Okay. I love you. I'll be in there later. Good night. He's supposed to be in bed, not a little turkey. Okay. So, all right. So let's talk about what I want you guys to do. Okay. This is what I want you guys to do. So you want some practical things. We're going to talk about Instagram. So if you don't have an Instagram account, you better go make one up right now. So make one up, make you an Instagram account, and this is what we're going to talk about. This is how you guys are going to take action on your business. This is how you guys are going to capitalize on the last 3 months of this year. Okay. First of all, number one, you want a minimum of 5 to 9 stories a day. 5 to 9 stories a day. That's right, Jack. Get your stories going. 5 to 9 stories. Y'all, we're not playing no games. We got 3 months. We're not playing no games. Okay? Okay. So that's number one. So listen, you guys, the thing with stories is, okay, the first time you do them, it's super awkward. If you've never done stories before, you do your first 3 and you're like, this is easy. This is pretty easy. What do people want to see? They want to see your life. They want to see, people are nosy. People are nosy. They want to know things that you probably normally wouldn't. They want to know the inside scoop on what's going on. Do they really care that you have your shake in your hand and you're doing a selfie on your stories? Do they probably want to know how you made it? Maybe. Do they want to know how you made your coffee that morning? Yeah, they probably do. Do they want to know, like, kind of get an inside look at what you're eating every day? Like, what does she really eat? Because to me, on the outside, it looks like all she eats is nuts and berries. So, for instance, I just did a story before I got on here. I got my wires like tightened. And so I did a story about how all I ate tonight was sweet potatoes and spaghetti, because I can't bite down on anything. And people want to know that I just carb loaded. Like, they really do care, because they're nosy and they want to know that I'm not perfect. And so I show them in my stories that I'm not perfect. Okay. So people also like to see things like behind the scenes stuff. They like to see workouts. I have a lot of people that I usually post something about my devotions. So I have a lot of people that ask me, what book are you reading? I do a lot of stuff about, like, my personal development. I'm a big avid journal writer. So I'll talk about, how I've written, like the things that I've been writing in my journal. I have an entire book of just quotes. So you guys, that's one of the best things I ever did. If you don't know what to post about, either go back through your personal development books and open it and see what you've underlined, or have a book that you have that's just quotes that you like, things inspirational that you read in your personal development. That way, immediately you've got some type of good post. Okay, so when you do your stories, be super real. It does not have to be perfect. And one thing that I learned from Brittany Leggett is when you do a video, unless you like totally butcher it, don't watch it back. Just go ahead and post it. Just post and move on. Post and move on. It's better to just post it than to continue to critique yourself. Okay, number 2, invite to a challenge group or coach opportunity in your story. In your story, okay? That doesn't mean a post in your story. That means talk about it. That means I want you to have a conversation with your market. If you were sitting down with a cup of coffee with somebody that is just like you, what were your hesitations signing up as a coach? Okay? What were the things that you were going through your mind? What were all the objections? Because we all had them. That's what you're going to talk about on your stories. You're going to say, you know what? My coach was so annoying. You know that she kept messaging me about joining this opportunity. I just kept saying no. And I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to block her because this is really annoying. And then finally I got so unhappy with the way that I felt and the way that I looked that I was like, what the heck? I'm just going to give this challenge group that she keeps talking about a try. Those are the things that you want to talk about so that people can relate to you and relate to your story. Okay. So think about how it is before you get on your stories, how it is that you want to talk about the coaching opportunity. And then I want you to just start talking about it. You don't need 15 stories. Just do like 4 or 5 stories. And then make sure that you have some type of poll at the end of your story. Okay? You have a poll. All right. So if you don't know how to do a poll yet, you will figure it out. Super easy. there's actually like a little, I don't know, thing that you press, you look down, it says poll, and you can do a poll. Okay. It's easy. So you can also, Jacqueline, I don't know if you were the one that didn't know this, but, so when you go to do a poll, I'm trying to see if I can even pull it up. So when you go to do a poll, okay, so it's this little face. It's this little smiley face. You click on the smiley face, and then down here, right there, it says poll. You click on poll, and then it says ask a question. So right up there, it says ask a question. So you're going to ask the question. Do you want more info about my coaching group that I'm going to do? I just did a poll a few seconds ago. So you can go and look and see what I said. And then it says right here, it says yes. And right here, it says no. Okay. I never give them these options. I always change it. So you click on yes, you can type give me deets as one option. And then I click on no. And then I will say, I want more info. So nobody can say no. Okay. If they're going to take your poll, I never give them the option to say no, because then I don't want jerks on there. Okay. So now my ask, it says my question is want more info. And then my answers are give me deets. And my other answer is I want more info. So what they do is they click on whatever it is that they want. And then once they do that, you can go through and you can actually see who commented on who actually filled out your, basically voted. And so then you'll message them. Okay. So that's what you do with polls. It's very, very, very important that you have a poll at the end of basically your invite. Okay. And so one thing that we learned on the retreat is that is where most of Brittany gets her pipeline, gets her filter. That's where she gets most of who she's going to talk to is from her polls. Okay. So do polls. Do
you message people that just view your stories?
Okay. So that's next.
Okay. All right. I'm jumping ahead of you.
No. So number 3 is you message people that watch your stories. Okay. So I have, okay. So on Instagram, I have like 8,000 followers, but I only have like 300 people that watch my stories. So out of 8,000 followers, 300 people is not that great. Like it's good, but it's not like 1,000, you know? But you're able to actually see who watches your story. So what I do is I go through and there's, you'll click the dots, I think when you go to look at your stories, it's like the bottom left-hand corner. So you click on that and you're able to actually view who it is that is watching your stories. So I write down the people. I take one, like on a Monday or a Sunday night, I go through and I write down as many names of people that I do not know. Like some people I know that watch my stories, like my mom, my sisters, my husband, whoever. Like I'm not going to, Jacqueline, like if somebody coach wise or anything like that watches my stories, I don't write their name. I write down the people's name that I do not know. Okay. Then the next day I go by and I'm looking at that list and I go to see who of those people that I don't know has watched my stories, and I put a check mark by them. So I'm like watching these people who are watching my stories. I'm seeing who it is that's consistently showing up and watching my stories all the time. So then after I've been like looking at this for like 2 to 3 days and I can see the same people watching my stories, I go message them. Okay. And so this is usually what I do. I will usually go to their page. This is what I've been doing. I go follow them. Well, before I follow them, I will scroll through and see if they are even somebody I would remotely want on my team. If it's 97 pictures of their cat, they're not going to be a good person on my team. Sorry, guys. Sorry, cat lovers, dog. Ashley, if I saw Ashley's dog all over her Facebook or her Instagram, I'd probably say No. But if it's somebody that I can tell that's like either a mom or, loves to be outside or has a family, has kids, I'm going to follow them. Then I'm going to go to 5 of their posts. Like I'm going to scroll through, not like the first 5 posts, but I'm going to go and like some of these posts that I like on their theme. So I will actually go and like all of them. And sometimes I find like 20 that I like. I mean, can be obnoxious sometimes, but if I really find somebody that I like, they're going to see my name in their Instagram because I want them to see that I'm like noticing them. And then I start commenting on their pictures. And you know what, you guys, it's not fake comments. It's not like, oh, I really like your dog. I'm thinking about getting a dog. What kind of dog do you have? Like, that's not genuine. I'm not planning on getting a dog. And so what I will do is I will genuinely look, I will read what they've written. And I want these people to be like my friends. Okay. I want these people to like think that I am genuine. I don't ever want to come across, and I don't ever want you guys to come across as a blanket invite. I don't ever want you guys to be talked about as somebody who they feel like who is spammy or who just goes and likes people's stuff just to see if they'll join their team and then never likes their stuff again. So the reason I'm saying that is because one of my good friends, she used to be a coach, not on my team, somebody else's team. She's very, very, very big on social media and here locally. And so she did a live video today where she said, I am so sick of multi-level marketing companies who train their people to just do blanket invites and copy and paste. And then if the person says no, they either unfollow them or they absolutely just never talk to them again. And so I, as your leader and your coach, am not training you guys to do that because I don't want us to look like that. It doesn't make friends. It makes us look spammy. It makes us look salesy. And it's a lot of the reason why people won't join our teams. Now, when they get inside and they realize that we're amazing people who actually who love each other, who go and hang out each other because we genuinely love our company, then they realize, okay, our leadership retreat, you guys, one night on our leadership retreat, there was not a dry eye in the entire room. Not one dry eye. We were all like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like we were bawling, all of us.
Puddles, literal puddle.
Bawling. Bawling at each other. It was really bad.
Yeah.
But really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so good. It was so needed. But that is what coaching is about. And I don't want people to be turned away because I'm not training you the right way. Because I'm telling you guys to just go and invite all these people without actually seeing whether or not they would fit inside of your team, inside of our team. So when you go to comment on people's stuff, take the 5 minutes to find something that you genuinely really, really like about that person and then comment on their stuff. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I know you guys normally do that. I just wanted to point that out there because that video that girl did today just got me really fired up. Okay. Moving on. So I already said, message people that watch your stories. I already said, okay, so I didn't say this, but you want to make sure that you message new followers. And normally when I have a new follower, I will message them and say, oh my gosh, girl, thanks so much for following me. I'm just a mom whose life is chaotic, but I can't wait to get to meet you. I can't wait to get to know you more. And I usually follow them back. And this is always somebody that I feel like would fit into our team. Okay, so I'm only messaging, I hope you guys know this, but I'm only messaging the people that I feel like would like jive with us. Okay, does that make sense? So I don't message everybody, but if it's somebody that's like that's not a coach, PS, by the way, but it looks like somebody that would make a great member on our team, then I'll message them. Okay, So I already said message people who like and comment. So you guys, listen, anytime you do some type of like inspirational transformation of yourself or a coaching opportunity post, and you have people that have liked it, guess what? That is your list of people to now contact. Now you get to reach out to those people. And if you guys didn't see my post the other day, I just want to give you guys what it is that I've been giving everybody. And a lot of people have actually had really, really good luck with this, what I said. So I'm going to, I'll give it to you guys because it seemed to help. It seemed to help a lot of people on our team. They all messaged me and they said it took the ickiness out of it, and it made it a little bit more genuine. And so that's what I'm saying to people that like my coaching, my transformation post, or that are liking my stuff on Facebook. Okay. So I would take this, put it in the notes section of your phone, change it up. And I don't copy and paste this to every single person. I change it up a little bit based on who it is that I'm about to talk to. Okay. And that's what I've been using. So I hope you guys can use that and it'll help you. And it takes the like ickiness out of an actual invite, but you have to do it right away. You can't go back to a post you did 24 days ago and then send this to that person. They're going to be like, what did I do? Okay. So that means that you have to take action right away. Okay. Okay. So I don't know what number we're on. Does anybody can tell me what number we're on? Because I don't have numbers on this. 4. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Minimum of 5 to 9 stories. We need to invite to a challenge group or a coaching opportunity in your story with a poll at the end. Okay. Then we need to message people that are watching your stories. You need to message new followers like, hey, thanks for following me. You need to message people who like and comment on your stuff. Make sure that you reply to all your messages. Make sure that you reply to all the comments so that when people comment on your post in your Instagram, make sure every single person is commented back. Okay. So, that just makes it seem like you're more of a real person and not a robot, because Instagram is kind of known for like their ickiness when it comes to like, people that actually aren't really you that are doing all of your Instagram stuff. I used to have one and then I fired him. No, he's really great, but I just didn't feel right having him anymore. So, okay. So last thing really quick. And then we'll do a few more things on stories and then we'll ask questions and get off. Okay. So last thing, search hashtags for people who are like you. Okay. Let me give you a little example. Boy mom probably is a little too broad. All right. So I want you guys to think of something a little more narrow than that when you're thinking about your hashtags to go and find. So for instance, one that I've been doing is coastal farmhouse decor. Okay. And I've been actually finding coastal farmhouse decor. And I've been finding people in there that I want to follow because I'm obsessed with their house. Because it's really it's like what I love. I'm drawn to that kind of stuff. So then when I go and follow them, they've got a lot of that kind of stuff on there. Plus you kind of get to see their life too. And so I've been doing that one a lot. I've been doing pastor's wife because that narrows it down a whole heck of a lot. So find some that you can narrow down and not just like fit mom, because you're going to find a lot of, it's just too broad. And don't forget that you can also Google a lot of popular hashtags for what it is that your market is about. Okay. All right. So last thing really quick I want to talk about as far as the story goes. Make sure you use the poll options. Make sure that you geotag so that people know where you are. Now, I'm not talking about I don't ever do Clearwater, Florida. I do Tampa. Tampa's huge. Nobody knows my address if I do Tampa. in Clearwater, there's 500,000 people that live in Clearwater. Okay. So they're probably not going to find me. However, I do Tampa. So like, even if, like you're, an hour away from a really big city, whenever you do your Instagram post or whatever, go ahead and mark that city, because you're going to get more people that are looking at that city, that are looking for, and they'll be able to find you a lot easier. Okay. Have a variety in your stories. So don't do 26 boomerang pictures. Okay. Whenever you're doing your Instagram post, go back and forth. There's so many options. I mean, and they're always coming up with something new. So try them all out and just make it so that people they don't get bored. They see you've got stories, but they're not all the exact same thing. So also share screenshots of testimonials from clients. So I haven't done this a lot, and I need to do better about that. But Kelly usually will tag me in like our 5 a.m. group. And so instead of me, I can post my own, but then when she tags me, I can add it to my stories. So make sure that you're tagging people, make sure you're tagging your friends so that they can add your story to their story, so that they can actually see, you can have more people that are seeing your stuff. And it's just fun. It's just fun to see, that the things that you're talking about is not being made up. Like, it's one thing to talk about working out at 5 a.m. It's another thing to have all your friends tagging you and you're adding it to your group. Okay. To your stories. All right. Last few things. So, share new coach shout outs and recognition on your Instagram. Share that stuff. Like today I went off because Becca became a diamond coach today. So I made sure that I shared about that. And then also take people on your journey to see the behind the scenes of your business. Okay. So you want to think of your stories as like a backstage pass into coaching. So what can you say and what can you do that's not overly obnoxious when it comes to coaching, as if you don't want your market to think that's all you do, like you have no life? But how can you like intertwine your coaching business into what it is that you do every day, into your mom life, into your whatever, fill in the blank. So think about those things. Okay. Okay. So I have a whole list of tips that I'm just gonna send you this graphic. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's a lot. So I have just a few last things of tips, but I will share this with you guys. So this is the name of the game. As I'm gonna close it up with this. I am not a good leader for you in your business if I'm constantly just your cheerleader. Okay? I love that you guys come to these team calls, but if I'm not helping you get to the next level, then I'm doing you a disservice. So I am going to go from being a cheerleader to being a coach. And if you allow me, then I will coach you. I will tell you what you need to do. But just like I told you guys at the very beginning, if you're not consistent with it, don't expect people to want to join you, because right now they're wanting something that's real. They're wanting somebody that's not going to give up. That's what they're looking for. And let me tell you something. You're supposed to be in your room. Go back to your room. I'll be there in just a minute. Go back to your room. You're being disrespectful. Go back to your room. So at the end of the year, when you guys are finishing up October, November, December, and then January comes around, you guys, the ball of momentum is going, and January is a huge month for Beachbody coaches. Okay. So instead of doing nothing and saying, okay, I'm going to go balls to the walls in January, don't do that. You're cutting off your foot. You're cutting off your hand to spite your, whatever that saying is. But you can't You cannot think that because of whatever happened or the goals that you didn't reach, that it's okay to just say, screw it, forget it. I'm just going to throw in the towel now. You cannot do that. I'm not going to let you. And as your coach and as somebody who wants to see you succeed and is tired of not helping as many of you guys as you can, I don't want to just sit on the sidelines. I want us to get in the game. And we've got 3 months left. That's it. We've got 3 months left. So hopefully I gave you guys some practical tips, because Instagram is where it's at. That's where everybody's getting all their coaches. If you ask all of the top coaches, that's where they're staying. They're staying on Instagram. So that is what I want to teach you guys. So I'm going to send this graphic. I'm going to put it in our coach page. And I hope that you guys will take a screenshot of it or whatever, save it, and look at it every day and say, are these the things that I'm doing? And then the last thing I want you guys to do is I want you guys, you can either do this to me or you can reach out to your coach if I'm not your personally sponsored coach. But this is your call to action, okay? This is your call to action. We have 3 months left. And some people want to walk, okay? Some people want to walk. Some people do not want to be told what to do. They aren't interested in making $100 a week. They're not interested in hitting Success Club. And that is totally fine with me. Some people are basically sprinters. The ones that are, I'll do whatever you want me to, just tell me what to do. Or I'll do whatever you want me to, just I need like some direction, or I need accountability, or I need check-ins, or I need, to make a schedule. Or I'm so busy, I need to figure out like when I have time to do this and set my business hours. Because you guys, even as a stay-at-home mom who does this full time, I do not do this full time. Okay? I am not Beachbody coaching all day. I'm not fitnessing all day. I have other responsibilities, but Beachbody coaching is a priority to me, and therefore there are hours that I set aside to do it. I don't just sit here and do nothing. I actually have to work my business. So I want to help you guys figure out what it is that you need. So this is your call to action. You need to reach out to your coach. You need to tell them what your goals are for yourself. And by reaching out to your coach, that is giving them the permission to coach you. Okay? So that is your call to action. So whoever your coach is, I want you to think about it. You can do it tonight. You can do it tomorrow. Maybe you already know exactly where you want to go. You have 3 months. But you have a goal in mind for yourself. And your coach is not going to know how to coach you unless they know that it is okay for them to coach you the way you need to be. Okay? I'm not going to coach a walker like I will a sprinter. Okay? So I want you guys to think about that. And I want you to figure out how serious you are. And then I personally am going to spend these next 3 months with my sprinters, because they're the ones that are working for that. I don't know if it's a rank. I don't know if it's an income goal. I don't know if it's I want to retire myself and not have to work anymore. I don't know what your goal is, but that's what I need to hear from you. And that's what your coach needs to hear from you. So that's your call to action. I'm sorry that I talked all night tonight, but I felt like I had a lot to say, and I felt like I needed to let you guys know kind of where I was this last quarter. So does anyone have anything